Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. Happy Friday. We just finished work.
Yeah.
We're heading north for the weekend. We're going to the Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge.
Yes.
Right outside the town of Trapper Creek. And we're going to bring you guys along for the entire thing. And I've got to say, we lucked out with the most amazing weather last weekend.
Yep.
Somehow, I think this weekend might be even better.
Warmer.
It's supposed to be in the like low 80s this weekend up where we're going, which is for Alaska, especially for our part of Alaska, that's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
We don't have a ton of plans for this trip. It's going to be a relaxing staycation, just enjoying the lodge, enjoying the area. We'll take you around and show you some stuff, but we are very excited to get away, go enjoy Alaska, go enjoy some sunshine this weekend.
Yeah.
Now we are leaving town kind of right at rush hour. It's basically 5 o'clock right now, so we are gonna deal with some traffic, although to be fair, it's Alaskan traffic. Very different than the cities many of you live in.
We finally made it out of the city. We were actually moving a little bit now. We've got probably about 2.5 hours drive ahead of us. But it is a beautiful day.
Well, completely unexpected stop. We are driving through the town of Willow, Alaska, and we saw a sign that said Willow Farmers Market. And we've come to the Willow Farmers Market a number of times, but never in this location. Apparently it's in like a new location this year.
Yeah.
And so we thought, we've got to stop.
Yeah.
It's only going on for about a half an hour more. Let's go check it out. I'm so happy we found this. These are the kind of little things that I just always love stumbling upon. We made our first purchase, blueberry bourbon barbecue sauce. There was no way we could pass that up. Okay, so we bought two things. The blueberry bourbon barbecue sauce, which also, this is really fun, Flat Tire Farm, they apparently have a YouTube channel, and they show you how to make the recipe for this.
Yeah.
They're like, so you just gotta buy it once. And I'm like, no, I think if I like it, I'll just keep buying it from them.
Right.
Excited to try that. And you, surprise, surprise, bought a pair of earrings. That was a fun little market.
Yeah.
And the market is here in the parking lot of the Willow Community Center and Library. And it looks like there's a lake down. Well, there's obviously a lake down there, but we're thinking that there might be some pretty views that way. So we're gonna head over there. Oh, this is so sad. I don't think you guys can see it. There's a bunch of balloons floating in the sky.
Oh, no.
And somewhere a child's crying. So this is the backside of the library. It's beautiful. There's like a playground out there, a pavilion and basketball courts over there. And right down here's a lake. You can see they've got life jackets. Looks like it's actually a little boat launch. Probably a, oh yeah, the Willow Lake, seaplane base. Welcome, welcome to Alaska. It is for sure warm. So north of Anchorage, when you get to Willow, Trapper Creek, Talkeetna, that stuff, kind of where we are and going, it is normally a little bit warmer than Anchorage, a few degrees for sure. So Sherry's not wrong. It is warmer here than it was at home. See, we got a mom and some baby ducklings out there in the water. Look at how still the lake is though. Like, there's so much cottonwood, but look at the reflection of the clouds. See, we got a couple seaplanes down over here. All right, ready to get back on the road?
Yep.
Let's do it. I will say that is one thing about us. If we are going somewhere and there's a sign for a farmer's market, a craft market, anything like that, almost guaranteed, if we have the time, we're gonna stop.
So we wanted to point out, when we were driving to Denali National Park a couple weekends ago, straight ahead is where we saw Denali. And you will notice it is not there.
We've talked in a few vlogs about how the mountain is just so big that it kind of creates and holds its own weather patterns.
Yep.
And so just because it is a beautiful day in Anchorage, just because it's a beautiful day in Willow and Wasilla, that does not mean that Denali will be out.
Right.
Sometimes it just like holds clouds on it, and today's one of those days. So
yep, it looks like it's a beautiful day, and it is a beautiful day here, but at Denali, fully covered in clouds.
So even though the weather forecast for the whole weekend looks beautiful,
yep,
we're still crossing our fingers that we're going to get to see the mountain.
Yep.
No guarantees. Well, we have made it to the town of Trapper Creek, and we have a little bit of rain. Did not expect that. Here is the Three Bears little grocery store in Trapper Creek.
Well, typical Alaska. We've had beautiful sunshine. We've had rain. I don't know if she's really gonna show up here, but Denali's out. Here she is.
Our first glimpse of her today.
We're just crossing the Chulitna River, about to turn into the lodge.
We have arrived at the Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge. We were here, I think it was 2 years ago, right? Stayed here for just one night. Excited to have a little bit more time here. All right, we're all checked in. We've explored a little bit of the main building. We're gonna show all of it.
Yeah.
Because it's beautiful, and there's some changes that we've already seen since we were here last time that we really like. But we're gonna go to our room. We've got all of our room keys and whatnot, so let's go drop off our bags, and then we need to get some darn food. Okay, so we're gonna go to our room, drop off bags, and then get food, like I said. I do have to say, Sheila, who checked us in, one of our viewers, who's up here working for the summer at the lodge, which was very cool. It was fun to finally get to meet. She's left lots of comments back on videos, and when we heard that she was working up here for the summer, it was like, okay, we gotta make it up, and we did. We're here, finally got to meet her. All right, let's go to our room. Okay, so we are in our room. We are getting settled just a little bit. I want to give you a quick room tour, show you some of the information they gave us when we checked in, and then it is after 8 p.m., so we need dinner. A very similar room to the one we had in Denali. When you first walk in, there's a big, like, wide area here. It does have a dresser, has the like little closet area there, of course, with the luggage rack. They do give you a fan, which is super nice. I feel like we've talked about this a lot. Very few places in Alaska have air conditioning.
Right, and this is one of those that does not.
And it's 80 plus degrees this weekend, so it does get warm. So I love they give you a fan, and there's a ceiling fan we already have on. So back here, bathroom. Again, nice big vanity, toilet. It's got the shower with all of the shampoo, body wash, conditioner in there. It does come with a Sherri.
All your rooms do.
All my rooms do. No, that's not true. I've definitely stayed in rooms that didn't have a Sherri. Boring. So there's TV, desk, nice big king size bed. Very cool. Nice little chair sitting area over here. Here's all of our bags and stuff. It does have a coffee maker, which I love. The view out of our window, you can see we've got all sorts of forest. It feels very remote, which I honestly love, especially for the purpose of our trip. We will show you kind of the map they gave us now, just so you can sort of get an idea of the property. It is large, so it is not one main hotel building. There is the main lodge where the front desk is. There's a restaurant in there, a bar in there, a huge deck that looks out to Denali. It is stunning. Some rooms actually look out as well. And then lots of different buildings around. So we are down here. You can see there's parking over here. And there's another, they have like a fireside patio over here. They have another restaurant over here. So as far as restaurants, they have the 2320 Alaskan Grill. And it's 2320 because that is the height of Denali. Pretty fun. The Base Camp Bar. The coffee shop, which we will be visiting for sure, and then the North Fork restaurant. So the North Fork, Base Camp, and Coffee Brewing are all in the main lodge. And then the 2320 is kind of separate by itself over here down by the fireside patio. There are also lots and lots of hiking trails around here. So there's the Treehouse Trail. They have a treehouse that we're going to go check out while we're here that actually was on, I don't remember what that show was called, like...
Something about tree houses.
It was about tree houses.
Right.
Imagine that. They also gave us, this is fun, a tour schedule. So if you want to book basically like excursions, they have all of these up here that actually leave from the lodge. So nature walks, river rafting, hiking, kayaking, horse-drawn wagon. You can book these and they leave right from the lodge. All of these other ones, so Denali Flyer with Glacier Landing, if you want to fly up to Denali, you can book that. Those leave from TK8, which is Talkeetna. So these leave from the lodge, these leave from Talkeetna. One last thing. I love this, and I didn't know they had all of this. These are all the activities just here at the lodge. So there's nature walks, Alaskan naturalist talks, naturalist presentations on bears, on moose. There's a treehouse trivia at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Sherri Legg. Sherri Legg. Heck yes, we need to go to that. And they also have like climber talks. It's probably somebody who has climbed or attempted to climb Denali. There's just so much.
Rose Symphony Auroras.
Yeah.
Which is an additional charge.
Yep, there's a fee for that activity. They have a naturalist desk. You can browse through a collection of wildlife. We'll show you all that. They do have lawn games. They have fireside fun, s'mores, and then board games. So we have no plans.
Nothing's set.
Nothing's set. The thought that they would have those kind of activities here at the resort never crossed my mind, because the last time we were up here, things were still kind of reopening after being shut down for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And so they didn't have all of that.
Right.
So I sort of didn't know that they had all of that. So it's well, here's the thing. It's kind of like being on a cruise and you get like your list of activities for the day. So now it's like, okay, so trivia's at 3, and then I got to go to this nature talk, and then I've got to go do this. Yep. All the while Sherri's going to be on the deck drinking.
And reading.
See? It's exactly like a cruise.
Exactly.
All right, we are hungry, so we're going to go decide what restaurant we're going to go have dinner at tonight, and we'll bring you guys along. Walk in the main lodge, and they have yard games and stuff out here. The fire pits and stuff are over there. We'll show you more of those a little bit later. And then they have lots of other yard games back down over there. Would you be interested in losing at cornhole sometime over the next 48 hours?
I was going to say I would beat you, but that's a lie.
I don't know that you've ever beaten me at cornhole.
I don't think so.
Also, did we stop and get a selfie in front of the Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge sign? Of course we did. Here's what a lot of the grounds look like right around the main lodge. You can see with all those different buildings, lots and lots of walking paths. They have the gift shop right here. We'll definitely check that out while we're here. But we are going to the dinner, yes? Oh, thank goodness. This is the seating area right outside of the front. The front desk is like right through there. Look how awesome this is. And Sherri and I were just talking about this. You guys, they have the Princess I Love This pillows. We want one of those so bad. So for dinner tonight, we looked at the menu for the Base Camp Bar and Grill, and it looked great. So the first couple of pages, we got food, roasted garlic hummus, Caesar salad. You can add salmon, chicken, there's salmon chowder. You can see they've got an Alaska burger, fish and chips, salmon melt panini, and then we've got, if my fingers will turn the pages, all sorts of cocktails. I also think it's pretty cool as we're looking through the menu that they have a 0 proof mocktails on the menu. And it's not going to show up on camera, but they sat us by the window, which is awesome. And it is hazy, but you can see Denali. And I've got to say, sitting here having dinner with Denali right there, pretty awesome.
Not terrible.
Not terrible at all. Our drinks have arrived. They're beautiful. We got a drink called the Baked Alaska. It has like vanilla vodka, has Chambord. I don't remember what else is in there. Look at it, they look great. Okay, our drinks are amazing. It's
chocolate, raspberry.
Chocolate, raspberry, vanilla. So good. I'm getting another one, just so you know. And for an appetizer, we went with the Thai sweet chili wings. It's one of my favorite things about you, is that you love wings. Like, you will recommend, like, hey, let's have wings for dinner. And I'm just like, say it again one more time. And then I just fall in love with you more.
Wings.
Yes, please. We are halfway through the wings. They are delicious. We got them with Thai sweet chili sauce. And they're, what in the world is going on over here, Sherri? The wings are huge. They are so big and so good. Dinner has arrived, and we got similar things but different things. I went Caesar salad and I added the salmon. I am very excited for that. Sherri, Beth, what is it that you got?
I got the mixed green salad and I added chicken.
You went chicken instead of salmon because you are not a salmon fan.
Not a salmon fan.
It's one of your...
I realize that makes me basically not an Alaskan, but I keep trying it and I just can't do it.
You can still be an Alaskan and not like salmon. You're just not like that top tier Alaskan. All right, let's show you a little bit of this lobby now that dinner's over. It has the most amazing giant fireplace. It is so beautiful. Lots of sitting areas in here. You can see windows everywhere. And then right outside, we'll show this more tomorrow when hopefully the mountain is out. Look at that, you guys. That is not what you expect when you visit Alaska. And it is also 9:46 p.m. Holy cow. And look at this. They have an entire kind of second area over here with rocking chairs and more chairs that look out at the mountain. What do you say we bring our books out here tomorrow and read?
I think it's a great idea.
And this is the cutest little chair with the little princess logo burned into the wood. We will show you more of this area tomorrow morning, but this is the new coffee shop, and it's so nice. You can see their hours here, 5:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we will definitely be here in the morning, because getting coffee here and then going outside in those chairs sounds perfect. Here's another seating area. Sherri and I were talking about how much we love this couch, how it's like double-sided. Also, this is fun. It says coming soon, when in bloom. This eventually is apparently going to be a living wall. That's very awesome. Now we're going to go check out the gift shop, but here's one of the things that Princess is kind of known for. And it's funny because so many of you guys talk about these in different like Facebook groups. These are the Princess jackets that are $34.95. They are reversible, which is amazing. Yep, it has the Princess, the Sea Witch on the side. Do you have one of these?
I do not, and I feel like that's
I'm surprised actually.
pink.
How weird, you want the pink one? Very odd for you. So you can see small, medium, extra large, up to like 3X. Again, what a great price for a jacket in Alaska. I know, that's pretty crazy. So not only do they have lots of Alaska stuff, they also have snacks and ice cream. Yes, please. But lots of other Alaska gift shop stuff, as well as Christmas ornaments. So I don't know if we're gonna buy one tonight, but we'll probably be back here to the gift shop tomorrow and maybe pick up another ornament.
Maybe.
We'll have to see. We did get a Denali ornament from when we were at the Denali Princess just a couple weeks ago. Well, we were going to show you this tomorrow, but we decided to show it now because the hallway is pretty much empty.
Yeah.
So if you're ever staying here at the McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge, take time and check this out, because they have this whole info wall that goes all the way down there.
There's the main lodge right down by the gift shop, so you have to walk past it to get to the gift shop.
Kind of connects the front desk to the gift shop area. And it tells the history of Denali, of this area, starting obviously 10,000 BC, but then moving all the way up. It talks about kind of the gold rush in the area. It talks about the original explorers. It talks about the hiking history, the climbing history. It is just so cool that it's such a good job with this. So if you're ever here at the lodge, definitely take some time and check this out. I really love the handles on the doors.
Yeah.
How great is that? And just for an update, it is now after 10 p.m.
We should show them on the other side because the sun is still like up here.
Yes, I showed them when we were over there.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. We were walking back to our building where our room is, and I don't know, see this? They have a little playground. Hey look, building 19. That's us. Alright friends, that is where we're going to call it a day. But we are not going to do multiple vlogs. We're going to make one giant vlog of this entire trip. So we are going to go to bed. I will say it was nice we walked in here, and I'm glad we had the fan on because it was a little bit cooler.
Yep, it's still kind of hot, but it's a little cooler.
Still a little warm. But we also do have that other fan that we have yet to plug in.
Yeah.
So, what a great first day, right?
Yeah.
So excited for tomorrow to show you guys more around, to just have more time to relax and rest, enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah.
And
very sunny.
tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful, and we'll bring you guys along. But for now, we're going to sleep. Well, we can't even say good morning because it is afternoon.
12:06.
We slept better and longer than we have in
A long time.
a long time.
I woke up at like 10:20 and started like moving around, and he was like, "Oh, good morning," and I was like, Do you know what time it is?
I was like, I have no idea. She told me, I was like, what?
We slept until 10:20.
We crashed. It was so nice.
It was great.
Had a nice lazy morning. Sherri took a shower. And now we are leaving our room to enjoy the sunshine.
Beautiful day.
We have not had coffee, so we're gonna head down to the coffee shop at the main lodge. We brought our books. I brought my film camera. And I think we're just going to relax, enjoy some sunshine, and have a nice restful day. The main lodge isn't too far of a walk from our building, and it feels nice on a day like today. It was funny, Sherri walked outside and was just like, ah, this is glorious. Okay, we have reached the Hudson Theater area. You see, got this plane out front. It's fun, they have the Princess logo on it. And this building is the 2320 restaurant. This is where we're gonna have dinner tonight, right? I want to show one more thing over here. So around all of the grounds, they have lots of these different statues. And next to them, whatever the animal is, this one's a bear, they actually have these info plaques that talk about bears, information about them. So they have, I think, moose, wolves, maybe caribou. They have doll sheep, but as you're walking around the grounds, take time and check that out. I love that. Bye. See you for dinner tonight. And there's actually another one right there that I hadn't seen before. That's the eagle one. And this area was hopping last night. You can see totally empty so far today. But they have fire pits out here. Lots of places to sit. They've got popcorn. You can get different beers, different sodas. You can also get like s'more stuff, which would be so fun to sit out here and make s'mores around the fireplace. You guys, we just got over here and looked at this way. Do you see Denali? It's out today. I'm gonna zoom in. Look at the mountain. Oh my gosh. We've got to get coffee first. Okay, this is crazy. The entire outside deck is empty. We have the whole place to ourselves. And look at the view of Denali. Oh, that is exactly what I was hoping to get to see when we came up here this weekend. Okay, I've never seen these before. These are the cups they serve coffee in. You got a hot coffee.
I got a hot one.
I got an iced one. And there's the hole right here. You can put a straw in, or you can just drink right out of. It actually drinks really well.
It drinks really easily, and then you don't have the plastic lid they have to throw away.
Not only that, but you use the exact same thing for hot coffee and iced coffee. You're not ordering different cups.
Yeah.
I've never seen, it's like, they gave it this, and Sherri's like, what do I do with this?
I don't know.
And I was like, I think that's your cup. That's cool. We officially have claimed our area. We've got our coffees, we've got our books, we've got rocking chairs.
Our view.
We've got our view. Honestly, I think this is where we're going to spend probably most of today. There's a few things later on.
Park.
What's that?
I want to see why we can't just park.
Yeah, I think we're just going to park here, exactly. Later on, we'll get lunch, some activities I want to do. But for now, we're going to sit and read, look out at Denali. Well, it is lunchtime. Sat outside in the sunshine. I will say the deck totally filled up, though. So we got there. Yeah, we got there just in time. So for lunch, we actually came back to the base camp bar and grill where we had dinner last night. This time we were sitting on the deck, and that is our view. Pretty perfect. And I gotta say, the Caesar salad with salmon I had last night was so good. I'm actually ordering it again.
You're so funny.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Sherri's got her traditional book setup going on here. The phone propped up reading. And I just looked over and noticed, those are the new earrings you bought at the farmer's market yesterday in Willow, right?
Yes.
Very cool. That's why I had to order it again. Look at it. It's absolutely perfect. And Sherri got the fish and chips. One thing I like about that, you can actually order 2 pieces or 3 pieces.
Yep.
You went with 2, but there is a French fry tax. Lunch is finished. It was delicious as expected. And wanted to show this. We didn't show it last night. Here in the lobby, right next to the little wall sitting area, they have this diorama. What would you call this? Diorama model? Let's go model. Of 3D model of Denali, a Foraker, parts of the Alaska Range. Alright, the time has come. You ready? I'm blue. Sherri's tan. We're gonna see We'll see who wins. This is for bragging. What are you doing?
Put my phone in your pocket.
Okay, this is for Legg household bragging rights. You ready? Mm-hmm. Here we go. Okay, we have trouble.
What's this trouble, sir?
Okay, so Sherri is unexpectedly beating me, and I have one bag left. Here's the situation. She has 2 on the board. She made 1 in the hole. I have 2 on the board. If I make this in the hole, then we will tie. If I don't, you win.
All right, let's see it, Legg.
Dear Lord Jesus. Son of a... I don't know how, but she must have cheated. I don't know how. Okay, hold on. Can you do that dance again, please? What was that victory dance you were just doing? What was it?
You just got another snort, too.
I did. Oh, it's such a good dance. Wow. That was so rude. We're walking to our next spot that we're going to set up a little bit and read. But look at this. Fun little water feature here. And the spot we're going is actually right up here. They even got a little bear in the creek with a salmon in his mouth. And this is where we're going. Last Frontier Creek. This little sitting area here. This is a spot that we saw last night as we were driving by. And we thought, oh, we need to make sure to come back here. Because look at this. These 2 chairs, all by themselves. Water down below us. Oh, there's a little moose statue right there. How perfect is this?
Nice.
And we're going to be good, you guys. Because we're going to be sitting outside in the sun for so long. We do have sunscreen, so we're going to use it. Alright, this, I think, is just about perfect. Well, we spent a couple of hours reading, enjoying the sun. Went back to our room, dropped some stuff off, but now we are back to the main lodge to, well, actually do some more reading.
It was probably more coffee.
And more coffee for sure. Well, my goal today was to finish my book. And it is done. Book finished. Now I'm making a quick stop by the gift shop because I got a couple of postcards I want to send, so looking to see what my options are. Postcards acquired. Now let's go fill them out and get them mailed. Here's the postcards I got. We noticed these in Denali. I had never seen them before this year. I love that they're doing them. These are specific resort postcards. So this is the Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge we're at. I love that they're doing that. So we got some of those in Denali as well, and it's what I chose to get this time too. Also, this is a pen that my friend Cam made me. It stays in my backpack with me, and I just absolutely love it so much. This pen has written many, many postcards on many, many trips. I saw a mailbox up by the front desk, so let's go get these on their way. That is a hot summer day here in Alaska. We are leaving the main lodge. You can see Denali still out back there. We've sat and read for several hours today, and now there's a couple things that I wanted to do, and Sherri is being so kind and going with me. Yeah. There is a naturalist talk about wolves.
Very exciting.
This is the kind of stuff I love.
I know.
And then after that, there's a climber talk. These very much are the kind of things that I love doing, and I love doing them on cruises too. There's so many times that, like, oh, there's a talk about whales. Yeah, obviously I'm going to that. Oh, there's a talk about like any marine life. Yes, of course I'm gonna go. Glaciers, I will be there. And so they have one on wolves. They had one on like bears and moose and all that. But the wolves one I'm very interested in. But first, Sherri's thrown down the gauntlet and asked if I wanted to have a chance to redeem myself. I think your actual words were, do you want to lose again? Which was rude. But yes, I do want to lose again. Are you flipping kidding me?
Beat you again.
You have 3 on. Although is that on? Oh dang it, it is on.
It's on.
Crud. Okay, we're done with this game. Let's keep moving. This is pretty cool. We just found a map with all of the different princess lodges around Alaska. So you can see there's the Fairbanks Princess, the Denali Princess, that's when we stayed at a couple weeks ago. McKinley Princess, where we are now. The Kenai Princess, we stayed there last year. And Copper River, we also stayed there last year. Well, we just got to the theater where the talks are going to be, and we still have the naturalist presentation about wolves. However, there's not going to be a climber talk today at 7 p.m. So I think the plan is to go to the wolf talk and then maybe go to dinner. Because we learned that the restaurant right over here, the 2320 restaurant, no reservations are needed. It's walk-in only. So our thought is that after the presentation about wolves, we'll just go to dinner. So I thought this was interesting. As we were walking by the like the s'mores area where they have the outdoor fire pits, they had a sign up that said that due to the burn ban, so because of how warm it is and how dry it is, there's a restriction on wood fires right now, like outdoor campfires and stuff. So they can't use wood. However, they have propane inserts they can put in the like fire pits, so they can still have fires outside and not burn wood because of the burn ban. Very interesting. Also, earlier in the vlog we had talked about possibly going to the treehouse trivia. We did not. Here's the thought. So when we've been on Disney cruises and you lose to Disney employees that decide to go to the cruise,
we're literally schooled in all of the questions.
Don't you feel a little bitter?
A little cheated.
A little cheated. And so we felt like as locals, as an employee of the company, maybe we shouldn't go to trivia because I feel like it may be slightly easier for us. We avoided trivia for that reason. The time has come. Are you ready to learn so much about wolves?
I'm so excited.
This is not something you're really that into.
No, but you are, and you're the cutest thing ever, so I'm just gonna go with you.
I would go to if I was here by myself, I would go to every single one of these. All right, Hudson Theater, let's do this. So here is what the Hudson Theater looks like. Pretty cool. We've got our seats, and we chose a seat closest to a wolf. I'm so sorry that I like this stuff so much. Like, when I walked in, he turned on like the wolf sounds, so you can hear them howling. I'm thrilled. Before we get started, I want to tell you my one wolf joke that I know.
Oh boy.
What do wolves and donkeys have in common? They're both pack animals. Get it? Because donkeys pack stuff and wolves are in packs.
You should keep working on that.
Do you think the park ranger would like my joke?
Each wolf has its own individual howl. So if there's a pack of 11, there's 11 different howls. The tone, the pitch, the dips, how long it goes for, this is their own signifying call. That if you do run, you trigger an instinctual prey response to communicate that you are food. They will chase you down, and you are an opportunity for food, so we'll take that opportunity.
All right, Sherri, we just finished the wolf talk, and I need you to say it.
It was very informative.
It was great. Oh my God, it was so good. I learned so much about wolves. I just love those things so much. But you actually enjoyed it.
I did. It was very informative.
Some things that I thought were interesting. The number one killer of wolves is starvation. The number two killer,
other wolves.
Other wolves. Really interesting. Another thing, he was talking about, like, if you see wolves, you come close to them, don't run, because that triggers their instincts, obviously, to basically run you down. But he was also talking about how when wolves see us, they assume that we are predators.
This was interesting.
Because of the placement of our eyes on our head.
Right, so I didn't actually know this, but it, like, as I got to thinking about it, and as he was pointing out different animals, it makes sense. So, predators always have eyes on the front of their face.
So bears, wolves.
They can look right at you and focus in. Prey have eyes on either side of their face, like moose.
Deer.
Yep.
I'd never thought about that. Yeah, so he said that when a wolf sees us,
they can kind of see movement around them and bolt if they need to.
So they assume that we are predator, not prey. I'm telling you, talks like that, they never disappoint. Like, now aren't you bummed we missed the one on moose and bears? Next time we come, we're doing all of them. But I do have to say, the theater is right next to the 2320 restaurant, and walking out, we got like a giant whiff of something amazing.
Smells so good.
So we're going to dinner.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mount McKinley Princess 2320 Alaskan Grill. 5 to 10 minute wait for dinner. That is not too bad. Here we are at the 2320 Grill. Starters. They've got the wings that we had last night that are so good. Soup salads, they got flatbread pizzas, but the specialties, look at this, fish and chips, salmon, blackened chicken, meatloaf, oh, prime rib, looks so good. And I don't want to jump too far ahead, but blueberry cobbler cheesecake, oh man, what am I gonna get? The setting in here is super cool. I love the high ceilings. I also like the airplane and the Big Dipper up there on the wall. Drinks are here, and I went with something called the Denali Smash. That one is clearly mine because it's the one that looks like it would be for Sherri, and she got an old fashioned. Sherri definitely wins the drink battle at dinner. Your old fashioned was made with
cinnamon simple syrup and vanilla extract, and it's so good.
Yeah, the cinnamon simple syrup is it. Sherri said it would make a great winter drink.
Yeah,
I agree. It also makes a great summer drink.
It's just delicious.
It's just a good drink. Dinner's been served. I went with the bison meatloaf. Look at how big that piece is. But I've got to say, mine does not look nearly as good as Sherri's. You got what now?
The pear and prosciutto flatbread.
Pear and prosciutto. Is that with like a balsamic drizzle on there?
Yep, and arugula.
Oh my gosh.
And goat cheese.
Dinner is over. Sherri's got her leftovers. It was so good.
So good.
So now we are walking back to our room. We're going to drop off the leftovers.
And your backpack?
And my backpack, and then continue on with our evening because it is still absolutely beautiful out. Building 19, that's us. And I do like that each of the buildings have little seating areas, but then they also have just kind of little climbing things, little info boards that talk about different unique parts of Denali, so it feels like it still fits just kind of the overall feel of the rest of the lodge. Okay, we're done in the room now. Back out to play. We have a couple things we want to do tonight. We want to go back up to the main lodge, hang out a little bit. We want to, or I should say, I probably want to sit by the fire and have s'mores.
Yeah.
Will either of those things happen? We don't know. We're just out and about.
Meandering.
We are meandering. So there's a lot of really great art around this resort. We've had a ton of fun walking around. But this is my favorite. And the reason I love it is that in the oval frame, it looks like a family portrait. Like a portrait of a person. Nope, just a willow ptarmigan, our state bird. Oh, it makes me laugh. Well, I think it's the third or fourth time today we've ended up back on the deck.
It's just such beautiful weather.
I know, it's...
We got none of this last summer, so...
I'm trying to make up for it.
Up all we can.
This deck is like a magnet. If you're anywhere near, it's like, let's just go sit down again.
Might as well.
And you guys are not going to be able to see it because it's actually behind the tree from where we're sitting. But you can still see Denali, and it's like this, just like the hazy outline of it. All right, you guys, it is s'more time. I'm getting one s'more kit. It is s'more time. Oh my gosh, it looks so delicious. Boom. All right, well, in my opinion, the s'mores were a gigantic success.
They were yum.
Sitting outside around a fire. Do I have crumbs? I probably have crumbs all over me. Partly because I also got a bag of popcorn.
Yes, you did.
There was a moment when Sherri was like, how you doing? And I was like, I'm sitting outside. I just had s'mores. I'm next to a fire. I'm eating popcorn. We had a mango daiquiri. I'm perfect. Like,
I'm doing pretty good.
This is literally my perfect night. Now we are walking back to our room. It is 10 o'clock-ish.
5 till.
But we're not calling it a night.
Nope.
Because, I think we shared this earlier, one of our viewers is actually working up here seasonally. And Sherri had the idea earlier, what if we just kind of hung out with her after her shift?
Yeah.
Got to know her a little bit. So she's done at 11:30. So we're gonna go back up to the lodge at 11:30, but back to the room for just a little bit. Yeah. Walking back again for, I don't know, the 7th or 8th time today from our room to the lodge. I will say, I have really enjoyed how much we've walked today. It's kind of nice because nothing is too far away.
Nothing's really far away, right.
But also things aren't so close that you don't feel like you have this. I mean, there's so much green space everywhere. Yeah. Look at that. The mountain has been out all day long. So cool. 10:15 p.m. You can see the sun still up in the sky. We just got to the main lodge. We got our spot here on the deck, and look how cool the mountains look from here. And there it is. Are you guys sick of seeing shots of Denali so far in this vlog? Because I am not sick of taking them. So we are continuing our reading. We just figured out that we have read combined today probably 250 to 300 pages you're reading 2 books today.
Yeah.
I finished 1 book, and I'm about to start my 2nd book, which is the new Frida McFadden Housemaid book. And just like that, the sun is setting behind Denali, putting an end to what has been a really, really remarkable day. Well, it's midnight, as you can tell.
Obviously.
By the light, because it's so dark. So it's obviously nighttime. We just finished a lovely chat with Sheila. I'll put up a photo right here. This was super cool. So we knew she was one of our viewers, knew she was working up here, but didn't know really any other part of her story.
Right, the story of how she got up here.
And so we asked her, it's like, how'd you get here? Why are you working here? She was like, you guys. Some of you may remember, if you're like an OG LeggLifer, a few years ago, we were actually asked, this was before Sherri ever worked for Princess.
Right.
We were asked to come do some video work around a couple of the Princess Lodges. Basically interviewing and telling the stories of workers that were coming up here for the summer.
Right.
And we talked a little bit about it here on LeggLife. Some stuff got shared on social media. And she's like, I saw that stuff, and I thought, I should do that.
I want to do that.
I want to do that. And so she lives in Arkansas and came up here for the summer and is already planning on coming back. Like, loves it so much already.
Yeah.
Is planning on coming back next summer.
Yep.
It was just so cool. So that was super fun. I'm glad that I will say, that was your idea. You were like, let's stay, let's hang out, let's
chat with her
let's
for a
wait till
little bit.
her shift is over.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that weird? Like, is that okay? Is it weird? And I'm so glad we did. That was one of the highlights. Even today was an unbelievable day. That was one of the highlights.
Agreed.
All right. Well, we're going to walk back to our room. We'll pick you guys up tomorrow. So our plan for tomorrow is we have to check out here by 11 a.m. And on our way back, we're going to swing through the town of Trapper Creek. I want to show you guys kind of where my parents' lodge was. I want to show you just some different stuff around the town. Also, I want to see some stuff that I even haven't seen.
Yeah.
In the town. So we're gonna take our time going back home to Anchorage tomorrow, and that will be the end of this, what is probably at this point a very long vlog. But you know what, here's the thing, I feel like we do long vlogs when you do cruises. We don't always do long like life vlogs.
Right.
So I think it's okay to have a long one. But before we head back to our room, I'll give you guys one last view of Denali mountain right there. You can see the sun still setting. All right, let's go to bed.
Okay.
All right, well, actually, before we go to bed, a couple things about the lodge. I think that you should remember if you stay here. And now these actually are some of our favorite parts about this lodge. As we've shown, buildings all kind of spread out. So there's gonna be some walking. They do have shuttles that'll take you around, but it definitely has more of a lodge feel than a resort feel.
It's a wilderness lodge.
It's a wilderness lodge. And so if you're coming here, remember that. Like, this is not the Denali Hilton where everything's in one building. Like, it is a wilderness lodge.
Yep.
Which, honestly, for me, is exactly what I want if I was visiting Alaska. Bye, wonderful s'mores place. No more s'mores this trip. And obviously this morning we weren't up in time for breakfast, but here at 2320 is where they do breakfast. I told Sherri I would love to be up and actually have breakfast here tomorrow morning. Now, will we actually wake up in time for breakfast? That's a different story. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe you will see this place again before the vlog is over. Maybe you will not. All right, we made it back to our building. That is enough rambling. We are gonna go to sleep, pick you guys up in the morning for the last day here on the vlog. Hello friends, good morning, happy Sunday. It is our final day here at the Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge. We slept great again. It is about 10 a.m. I am walking down to get the Jeep to pull it up so we can load up all of our luggage, get checked out of our room, then we need breakfast. Another absolutely beautiful day. I cannot complain about this weather. All right, I got the Jeep back. We got all of our luggage packed. Sherri Beth, you ready to go? All right, let's do it. It is time for breakfast. Favorite meal of the day. The breakfast here at 2320 is buffet. They do have another restaurant that is off the menu. We got bacon, we got sausage, pancakes, oh gosh, specialty eggs, Biscuits and gravy, heck yes, you guys. Sherri and I went different directions with our breakfast drink. Neither of us got coffee. Is that because you want to stop at the coffee shop in the main lodge before we leave? I assumed it was. But I went with Pog juice, probably my all-time favorite. It's passion orange guava. When she said they had Pog, I thought, oh, Sherri's gonna switch. You stuck with apple. You got bacon, you got the reindeer sausage. Yum. The view from breakfast is that cornhole board out there just mocking me. Hey, remember when you lost your wife twice in a row? Shut up, cornhole board. All right, well, our server was not gonna let us leave without us having some breakfast dessert. And by breakfast dessert, I mean a biscuit with jam that is apparently homemade by a local farmer. Well, we were not steered wrong because this was delicious. The local, Sherri's not gonna let it go to waste. The lady who makes it apparently lives in the town of Willow and sells her jams at the Willow Farmers Market. I wondered if she was one of the vendors when we were just there. Because there were a couple jam booths.
It was really good.
It was really good. It is coffee time for sure. Here at the Princess Lodges, they have these employee cards. They're You Make the Difference cards. Just kind of recognize different employees who might have made your stay extra special. And so we got a couple of them that we're gonna fill out and drop off before we leave. We also got our coffees, and look at that. They spelled Sherri's name right. Before we take off, we thought we'd come out here, give you one more look. Denali is out today. She's hazy, but she is definitely out. All right, Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge. We have to say goodbye for now, but we will definitely be back, right? Okay, we are all checked out, ready to go. There was one more thing we were gonna do before we left. We were gonna go check out the tree house. So I think I have this right now. There's a tree house on property that was built as part of Discovery Channel's like Treehouse Masters show.
Did you look that up?
Back in 2017, of course I looked it up. Of course I did. I was like, I need to know more details about this treehouse. Looks awesome. They have a lot of talks and stuff up there. You can go check it out, walk through it. But here's our thing. We want to come back, maybe even this summer.
Yep.
And we want to save some things to do. So we're actually not going to do the treehouse this time. Let's save it for the next trip.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to head to town to Trapper Creek. And our first stop, we're actually going to see a family friend who, ever since my family moved to Alaska, I don't ever remember her not being a part of my life. So we're gonna go give her a hug, just swing by the house, say hi, and then I want to take Sherri to Trapper Creek Elementary School, where little Adam went. Just check out a couple places around the town.
Cute little Adam.
Cute little Sherri. So let's head to Trapper Creek. Okay, we lied. Our first stop is not going to be our friends. Our first stop is Renee's Bakery and Gifts. If you watched our vlog from a couple weeks ago when we went to Denali, we saw this alongside the road. And this lady Renee, she has this little roadside, little bakery basically. So let me show you what she has today. So we have these are half loaves of sourdough for $5, full loaves for $10.
Smell this one when you open it.
The focaccia? Oh my gosh. This is the Italian herb focaccia, double chocolate sourdough brownies, brown butter sourdough cookies. Also, there's like a little guest book. You can, if you have cash, you can put cash in there. Or also, hold on, let me show you. She has like her QR codes to pay there. She has like her business license, the recipes that she uses there. This is my favorite.
It's amazing.
It is.
Cabinet is
the whole thing, the teal, all of it. Okay, so we are definitely getting stuff today. Here's what we are getting. The half loaf of sourdough, 2 brownies, a thing of cookies. That's so good. I just don't know what we'd use it for this week. Dang it.
It's so good. But I agree.
So I think that's all we're gonna get this time. Okay, we went and stopped, spent time with our friend. It was so amazing. So I was telling Sherri, she's always been like a second mom. And she is such good friends with my mom. She was actually just down visiting my mom. And they remind me so much of each other. And it was just, are you in the shadow? There we go. Now, next stop, you guys, the elementary school that I went to. Let me show you. This is Trapper Creek Elementary. And here's what's so fun. I'm curious to see we're gonna walk around the back of the building. I feel like there used to be a playground back there. I was telling Sherri, I remember playing tetherball on these. Obviously no tetherballs on there now, but I remember playing tetherball. And then over there, where the bleachers are, it was like a little baseball diamond. I remember playing baseball over there. Oh my gosh, it's so weird when you go to an elementary school you went to, because in some ways it's like, oh, it's exactly how I remember it. And in other ways, it's like, wait, this is nothing how I remember it.
I like this hill. Like, what is...
That hill? That's a sledding hill.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? That's like the best sledding hill. Oh my gosh, I knew it. I thought for sure I remembered the playground being back here. And you know what's crazy? I mean, this is probably not true, but that little like metal spinny thing that you get on and spin, I'm positive I remember playing on that too.
Spinny thing?
Yes, this little metal thing, right?
Merry-go-round?
Yeah, like the merry-go-round. Okay. I guess
Or metal spinny thing.
Or metal spinny thing. You can call it either one. Oh, man. Obviously, this has all been redone because it wasn't like all the nice new plastic stuff. The slides we had, oh my gosh, they still have them. Like those metal slides back there.
We were talking about those yesterday. Like sliding down or just burning your legs all the way down.
Can you imagine
or, like, getting stuck because you have shorts on and like you just
your skin catches the metal and then you like, it's like an emergency brake. Can you imagine trying to go down that today in shorts with the sunshine on it? You would just have slide blisters.
Yeah.
Kids today and their plastic slides do not know how tough we had it. But you guys, this was my school. Also, I don't know what this is made out of. That's a very fun bench. So I probably went to school here from ages, oh gosh, kindergarten, first grade, maybe second grade. I remember so much about the school. I remember that the like multi-purpose room was carpeted, like a really hard carpet so that like you could dribble a basketball on it, but it wasn't like hard like rubber material. And we also had roller skating nights, like because in a small town like Trapper Creek, the school kind of becomes one of the community hubs. Right. And so we would have like community roller skating nights in our gym. I guarantee this is exactly the one that was probably still here when I went to school here. This is both fond memories and trauma, because how many of you remember, if you start to fall off this, there's no stopping the ride. Oh, right. No, like the kids just keep, it's kind of like a hamster track. Look at how it's worn down. It's like you just hop on. Now the problem is I don't know how to get off this thing. Right. I am getting so dizzy, but I'm having some, oh, Sherri stopped me. Thanks, Sherri, you're so kind.
You're welcome.
All right, next stop in the Adam Legg childhood growing up. So the lodge my family owned used to be kind of down here. It's basically been taken over by the earth, but it would have been all back out in there. So there was kind of like a big outdoor area over here. I think they turned it into a concert venue, like a concert area outside. And then there was like the main lodge building. There was a restaurant, there was a bar, and then there were like some motel rooms on that side that family added on a little bit later. But yeah, the lodge, Cache Creek Lodge. In fact, I have a photo of this at home that I will put up right here so you can see what the area used to look like. But as with so much in today's world, it's ceased to exist and the earth is taking it back. And the next stop is this little culvert right here. You can see creek flowing on. This is where I caught my very first fish. We actually have a photo of it. My brother took me fishing. I was probably 5 or 6-ish, and we were right here, and this is where I caught my very first fish. And to be honest, I've caught very few fish since then, but my favorite memory of fishing, right here. How cool is that? You know what's crazy is that this, like so much of the world has changed, right? Like so much of the world is different. But this feels exactly the same as I remember. Okay, so the next place we are visiting is the cemetery, which may seem kind of strange, but the reason I wanted to visit it is actually because of this right here. I have never seen this. It is the Trapper Creek Memorial Cemetery. So you don't have to be buried in the cemetery to have your name on here. Anybody who's ever lived in Trapper Creek, been a part of the community, if they pass away, they can have a plaque here. And I think that's really amazing. So this part is for veterans. And I believe that my uncle is on here and I want to find it. And there he is right there. My Uncle Dayton, who is in the U.S. Navy, who's actually a Navy SEAL. He has had some of the most amazing stories. And here's what's so amazing about looking over this. There are so many names that I remember. I mean, you guys, Norman Vaughn is known as the father of the Iditarod. Like, the Iditarod would not even be what it is without Norman. These are the names, these are the families that I remember being raised with and being raised around. This right here, Edward A. Porterfield. I believe this is actually Art Porterfield. Sherri, you've heard me talk about Art Porterfield.
Art the Fart.
His nickname was Art the Fart. He was an older guy who lived here in Trapper Creek. He actually taught me to play poker. We would sit in my parents' lodge, right at a little table, front window, and he would teach me to play poker. He taught me to always bet the whole enchilada. That was the term. He goes, bet the whole enchilada. I'm so glad we stopped here. And I think our last stop here in Trapper Creek is the Trapper Creek Free Box. This is a building kind of across from the cemetery for anybody in the community who has need. Basically everything in here is totally free, totally available for people to take. And I have some extra Bombas socks here. So I thought I would come in and drop off some socks. But look at this. Books, kids' clothing. There's some dishes back there. It's just a free exchange. So anything that you need, you can take. And anything that you have that is extra, you can leave for others who might need it. Right next to the free box is kind of the Trapper Creek Community Park. Just a big open park area. So I do not believe that this... Oh, geez, I don't ever remember this being a park when I grew up here. But I know they use it for like some festivals and different things now. The Fireweed Festival, which is coming up in July, that I'd actually like to come back for, I'm pretty sure is here in this park. So that's at least the end of Trapper Creek. We lived down one of the roads a ways. We're not going to drive back down there. I've taken you back to the house before. But we got to see our friend. Got to take you to the elementary school.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to walk back to where the lodge was, to like walk back through the woods there, but there is a like private property sign and we don't want to cross that.
Yeah.
So I might do some research to see who owns that now, because I'd love to get back down in there and just kind of see what is still there.
Yeah.
Well, friends, obviously we are home. We have given Missy her welcome home scratches. We are all settled, got laundry in the washing machine. And we are going to call it a night. That means it is the end of the vlog. I know this was a longer one, but we just wanted to do kind of our whole weekend in one video. And what a weekend it was. It was relaxing and fun and life-giving and renewing and all of the things that you want a weekend staycation to be. So thank you guys so much for following along. I am going to put the link to the Princess Lodge's website down below. If you want to check out any of those lodges that we are staying at, like the McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge, you can do it via that website that is in the video description down below. Friends, we love you, and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video.